Hi folks, in the world of capital gains, from the 6th of April 2020, there's been a new set of rules introduced for those people selling property in the United Kingdom. What are those rules? Well, let me tell you in a nutshell. If you are a UK taxpayer and you sell property in the United Kingdom, you've got to notify our friends at HMRC within 30 days of making that sale that you've done it. In addition, you've also got to pay the tax within that 30-day window as well. If you are a non-UK resident and you own property in the United Kingdom, whether it's commercial or residential, you've got the same filing obligations and you've got to pay the tax accordingly. Does it matter, I hear you ask? Well, absolutely. Anything to do with HMRC, if you don't follow the rules, you get a big whack over the head with a stick. It's called a penalty, and you'll be paying interest on any tax that's overdue. Now, HMRC have been quite cuddly. They've allowed people up to the 31st of July 2020, no penalties. Interest will still clock on, by the way. But after the 31st of July 2020, you will be hit with a late filing penalty. Now, you may be thinking, okay, Mahmood, what about the tax? How much do I have to pay? Well, you will follow simple capital gains tax rules calculation. How does that work, I ask you? So let's imagine I'm a property investor. I own an investment property and I sell that property for, say, 300 grand. Now, I've got to pay solicitors' fees, I've got to pay other costs as well in making that sale, advertising the property, and let's say that's cost me a cool 5 grand. So that's £295,000 is my sale. Put it on that side of the seesaw. I then take into account what I call capital costs. Strange term, but it means as follows. Add in the purchase price of the property, any money I've spent on improving it, so like the extension, take that off the value, and that's my capital gain. Doesn't quite end there though. Generously, you're allowed just over 12 grand's worth of tax-free capital gains. Wonderful. Anything after that, you pay tax accordingly. Now, if you're scratching your head thinking, how on earth am I going to work that out? It's a lot of number crunching. Fear not. Check out at the end, and we've got a superb, wonderful calculator for you that takes the heavy lifting out of that number crunching. Key in some key numbers, use a wonderful little slider, and bingo, it shows you what tax you're likely to pay. Always estimates, come back to us for more details. Now, last couple of things to bear in mind. We talked about residential property, and residential property is as it says. If you occupy it as your home, you invite your mates round, you have dinner there, you have your family there, and it's your family home, then that's a residential property. If that's all you've had, you've never rented it out, you've never actually had it as an investment property, forget these rules. It doesn't apply to you. But if at any point you haven't had it as your main home, then the rules apply to you. Now, if you're thinking, do you know what, Mahmood, I'm going to do that ostrich, I'm going to hide under the duvet, do not do that. HMRC will catch up with you. They do know, they do look at the land registry. So be a good citizen, pay your tax, check out the calculator, and take some great takeaways from this video. That's all, folks. Till next week.